श्री राधे, जय श्री कृष्ण बोलो श्री राधे,
जय राधे श्री राधे, जय श्री कृष्ण बोलो जय राधे,
जय राधे श्री राधे, जय श्री कृष्ण बोलो श्री राधे,
जय राधे श्री राधे, जय श्री कृष्ण बोलो जय राधे।
श्री श्री राधा रानी की जय जय।
Mataji to kindly come forward. All the bhaktas and Prabhujis kindly shift to this side. Prabhujis, please आगे आइए, बहुत जगह है यहाँ पे। हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्ण। बेटा हरे कृष्ण। come forward. हरे कृष्णा। है ना, डाल देते हैं वापस, एक और डाल देते हैं। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। राधा रानी की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्णा। Hare Krishna. Warm welcome to all the devotees who are assembled here in the celebration of Sri Radhashtami. Sri Radhashtami Mahamahotsav ki Jai. We will, since the Sankirtan is over, we will directly start with the Mangalasharana. No, in English. Hare Krishna. The class will be in English. I prepared it in English. We'll start with Mangalacharana. Om Achanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilidam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthabhidam Mena Budale Swayam Rubakadamayam Dadadi Swapadandikam Bandekam Shri Guru Shri Yudapatakabalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Saganaraganadan Vidam Tamsajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijanasagitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Saganarida Sri Vishakan Vidam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhana Sudevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpadrubhya Chakrapa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Shri Radha Shyamasundar ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Bharaneshwar ki Jai, Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radha Rani ki Jai, Shri Krishna Balaram ki Jai, Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadrama ki Jai, Shri Gaura Netai ki Jai, Shri Prahlad Narasimha Bhavan ki Jai, Panchatattva ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. We'll do the Prema Dhvani. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramamutsa Parvijakacharya Ashtadhara Sadasri Srimad Abhay Charanaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, बीबीटी संस्थापक शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, इस्कॉन फाउंडर शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, जय ओम विष्णुपाद परम मुत्स परविजयाचार्य अश्वत्थ श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज की जय, अनंतकोटि वैष्णव आचार्य वृंद की जय, नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, प्रेम से गो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासति गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय, वृंदावन मधुरा गोकुल बरसानाथ धाम की जय, मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय, पुरुषोत्तम चंद्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, द्वारका धाम की जय, बद्रीनाथ धाम की जय, गंगमय की जय, यमुनामय की जय, भक्तिदेव की जय, तुलसीदेव की जय, वर्तमान गुरुवृंद की जय, सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Once again, I welcome everyone to this festival of Sri Radhashtami. In Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 10th chapter, first canto, first chapter, the 4th verse, Parishit Maharaja is asking Sukadeva Goswami to recite more about the Leelas of Krishna. Nirvritta darshayubhagiyyamanat bhava aushada shrotra manobhiramat ka aushada. That it goes in this way. In the Parambara system, when the glorification of the Lord happens, only those souls who have lost all the interest in the material glorification of cosmic manifestation will assemble to listen to the Krishna Katha. In that manner, my humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of all the assembled devotees, because you are all elevated souls who have assembled, but kindly forgive me. Quite unfortunately, I am very, very Kanishta Bhakta who is trying my level best to stick to the Krishna consciousness and develop my consciousness, and I am actually not eligible to even render this particular seva of glorification of Srimati Radharani, but management has instructed me to do this seva and kindly bless me that it will serve purification of myself. With all your blessings, let me just pray unto our lordships, all the acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, Vartamana Guruvrinda, my beloved spiritual master, my Siksha Guru, my all other Siksha Gurus, and all the Vaishnavas who are here as well as elsewhere, who have been praying, blessing for my spiritual advancement, and to all the assembled devotees who are assembled over here, my humble obeisance unto the lotus feet of all of you. We will cover here, we have 45 minutes of time. It's very difficult to cover the subject. The topics what we are going to cover is, why does Lord Krishna appear in person, and what is the prime source of his enjoyment, and then we will switch over to glorification of Srimati Radharani in various scriptures and other sampradaya what is mentioned, and in Vaishnava sampradaya what is mentioned, and what is the speciality of Gaudiya sampradaya, and by various Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharya what are the glorification done, and finally how do we serve Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna. We'll quickly go through, and only a few slokas I will request all of you to repeat, otherwise I will simply just skim through them so that we save our time. In the Sweda Asvatara Upanishad, there is a very nice sloka. Na tasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, na dat sama abhigaicha dishyate, parasya shaktir vibhidhaiva shruyade, subhavaki jnana bhala kriyecham. In this, Supreme Lord has nothing to do. Nothing is equal to him or greater than him. he acts in different phases by manifesting his parts and parcel. We are all actually the parts and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And we are all simultaneously situated by his unlimited variegated potencies. And each potency acts quite naturally in sequences, providing him full knowledge, power and pastimes. Every jiva provides pleasure to the Lord, but that is very, very minute pleasure. And from the Shastras, Srila Prabhupada has quoted so many things. Eko Bakushyam. According to Vedic version, the Supreme Lord can expand into many millions, but still he can remain as one. Ananda Mayo Abhyasat. By nature, Supreme Lord is very blissful. Raso Vaisa. The Upanishad it is stated that Supreme Personality of Godhead is a reservoir of transcendental mellows. We know there are 5 primary guna mellows and 7 secondary mellows. Then he is having Shad Aishwarya. That is, he is having wealth and knowledge and power and strength and fame and renunciation, which Parashara Muni has written that sloka. So this particular, such a very powerful Supreme Lord, why does he appear? In 4.8 of Bhagavad Gita, he says that Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chaduskridam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That Paritranaya sadhana, in order to deliver the pious, it is not necessary that Bhagavan has to appear in person in the Bhaumaloka. His holy name itself is enough. In Sishtashaka we just recite Nam Nam Bhaga Nam Nam Bhakuda Nija Sarva Shakti. It is very much, all his names are very much powerful. So his holy name itself is enough. He does not have to appear. Then the destroying the demons. He is having the Prakriti. Prakriti is having, there is in the Upanishad there is a slokam. Bishasmad Vadaka Pavade Bisho Udoyadi Suryaga Bishasmad Chandra Agni Chandraja Mrityur Davadi Panchamaha. Out of fear of the Supreme Lord, the sun is functioning, moon is functioning, Agni is functioning, even the death is chasing our life air. We know we have 10 airs within our body circulating, 5 Mukhya air and 5 Gauna air, that Prana, Apana, Vyana, Samana, Udana, and Naga, Kurma, Kragala, Devadatta, Dhananjaya. These 10 airs, the Mrityu is trying to capture in order to just take us away. So all these natures, Lord's energy is acting. Why Lord has to appear in person to kill the demons? No, it's not, so it's not required. Then establishing the Dharma. For that, Srila Prabhupada alone is enough. Srila Prabhupada, one pure devotee alone is enough. But Lord has got lot of Shakti Aveshwar avatars, they will be able to deliver. But why he is still appearing in person? There are 2 slokas in Srimad Bhagavatam. First sloka is from Brahma's prayer. We will repeat it. Kindly repeat. Prapancham nishprapanchopi vidamba yasi bhudale prapanna janadananda sandoham pragitum prabho. In this, just to expand the varieties of ecstasy and enjoyment for your surrendered devotees. When he is displaying all his leelas, we all will be attracted. We all will spend our time. That is, actually we are supposed to serve the Lord by our pranir, artir, dir. Prana means our time. We need to spend our time thinking of the Supreme Lord. And artir means whatever we earn, a little bit of thing we are supposed to offer to the Lord. And dir, with our intelligence we are supposed to serve. So through this talking about the leelas of the Supreme Lord, we will be actually able to spend our prana in the service of the Lord, thereby we will get elevated. So Lord is coming in person in order to actually elevate us, in order to help us. And in the 10.33.36 there is one more verse is there. Kindly repeat. Anugrahaya bhaktanam manusham deham astidaha bhajate tat krishi krida Ya Shrutva Tat Paro Bhavet. So those who hear this kind of leelas become dedicated to him, and then we can just remember him and Madchitta, Madgada, Gada Prana, Bodhayanda, Parasparam, Kadayandi Shamam Nityam, Tushyanti Charamadi. These devotees will always because it is very, very tasty. Swadu, Swadu, Pade, Pade. So every time whatever is narrated, it's very, very interesting for the devotees to listen. Thereby we will get elevated. So it is so merciful Lord is coming. And also when the Lord is coming, is it that he is showing very much opulence, like in the Brahma Samhita we are learning that Anga niyasya sagalendri avritti mandi pashyan dipandi kalayandi chiram jagandi ananda chinmaya sadujvala vigrahasya govindamadi purusham tamakam bhajami. He, in every part of his body, is actually multitasking. He can eat through his nose, he can walk through his ears, so he can do the multitasking. Does he display anything? No. He is just Sakachara Gana Vrindai Kridamano Vrajesho. He in the Vrajabhumi, he is just playing just like an ordinary cowherd boy. We can just see over here, the cowherd boys are just feeding to the Lord, and then when the Lord is opening the mouth, they are just taking it away. He is just one among the cowherd boys. He is actually displaying. So he is coming down to an extent that he gives the ultimate pleasure to the Supreme Lord. There is a Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is one particular verse which is talking about how Lord is. The Gopas are having a stick, they are having a turban, they are having a Venu, and then they are having a Dala, a lotus flower, and they are having the bugle, and they are having a dhoti in order for them to be able to dance and play. And even Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Krishna himself doesn't know his unlimited glories. So the only thing what we can do is we can, from the scriptures, whatever we understand, we can talk it repeatedly again. So the Lord is so merciful in appearance, and he has got unlimited potencies. The main potencies, one of the things which we are talking about is, going to talk about is his Sandhini potency, that is existential potency, and Samvit potency, that is a knowledge potency, and Hladini potency. The Samvit potency and Sandhini potency are being handled by his expansion on the right, Balarama, and the Hladini potency is actually Srimati Radharani. If you see that both of them are wearing the blue dress, just because of their love and affection and the service attitude to Sri Krishna, who is actually bluish in color, so their dress is also blue. So that's the kind of thing. So both the things, and Srimati Radharani is the pleasure potency for the entire Jiva domain. And there is a story that when His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj's Prabhupada is camping in the Govardhan, there is a king of Jaipur who was doing Dandavat Parikrama of Govardhan. So at that time his disciples told Maharaj, just see, the king is actually doing Dandavat Parikrama. At that time Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj was saying, so there is a difference, major difference between them and we, the Gaudiyas. They actually worship Krishna because Krishna is their ultimate goal. But for us, no, our goal is Srimati Radharani. Our worship is just because Srimati Radharani will be happy if we worship Krishna, we are worshipping Krishna. That's the way. So there is a complete difference, the shift of focus on Gaudiya Vaishnava, and which we are going to talk about why it is. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established it. And this is the room conversation Srila Prabhupada had. I will just read out. My father was a great devotee. Because he was a pure Vaishnava and he wanted me to become like this, he was praying Radharani. He was praying to Radharani, and any saintly person would come, he would simply say, give blessings to my son that he may become Radharani's servant. That was my father's prayer. He never prayed that my son may become very rich man. He never prayed like that. This is His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada's statement. And Srila Prabhupada mentions in so many purports in Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita various references. And he mentions of a saint, Maharashtrian saint, Nilakanda Chadurdhara. He is actually even not from the Vaishnava Sampradaya. He is from the Shankaracharya Sampradaya. He has written something called Mantra Bhagavatam. It is a complete Canto 10 of Srimad Bhagavatam. And even he explained about the existence of Goloka Vrindavana, the topmost abode of the Supreme Lord. And there is a mention of Srimati Radharani in Gopal Tapani Upanishad, which is Srila Jiva Goswami has written commentary on, wherein Srimati Radharani is referred as Gandharvika. And then Sri Sampradaya, Sri Vedanta Deshika is glorifying Srimati Radharani. We all know Vedanta Deshika is a Gandhavadaram. In the spiritual world, he is actually the bell for the Lord. And Nilambra, our Nimbarka Sampradaya, Sri Vallabha Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, all the Sampradayas actually are glorifying Srimati Radharani. But unfortunately, they did not establish what should be our topmost worshipable form of the Lord. Unfortunately, that only Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could establish later, which we are going to cover. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th, there is only one verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, entire Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a mention about Srimati Radharani. We will repeat this. Anayaradito nyunam Bhagavan Harir Ishwaraha Yenno Vihaya Govinda Pridoyam Anayatraha. It is during the Rasa Leela, Krishna vanished and even Radharani vanished. All the gopis were searching, and when they were searching, they could find the lotus feet of Krishna and Srimati Radharani over there. How they could recognize? Because they are having the feet chinnas, they are having mudras, they got stamps. They don't wear the padani. Okay, so they could easily identify. So the gopis were saying that this gopi could have served Supreme Lord very exemplarily. That's why Lord has left us, deserted us, and went along with that. In this particular thing, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura explains that this particular Aradhita over here in this verse is referring to Srimati Radharani. And also he mentions that Sukadeva Goswami has hidden Radharani without explaining that. Why? Because Sukadeva Goswami is the parrot of Srimati Radharani, and also the spiritual master. She is the spiritual master of Sukadeva Goswami. He does not want to reveal. We are not supposed to speak about our spiritual master to others at all. And the assembly, wherever he was reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, they had jnanis, yogis, other people, in addition to the devotees. So he cannot explicitly say that. But for that matter, there is a mention that even Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it is said that the Bhagavad Gita is complete glorification of Srimati Radharani. Devotees are saying that. Why it is? Because Krishna cannot forget Radharani at all. He will be always holding Radha in his heart. So the central theme of Bhagavad Gita itself is about Bhakti Yoga. Who is actually the topmost Bhakti Yogi? Srimati Radharani. So there is a verse called in the 6th verse, Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra 6.30. Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvam Chamai Pashyati Tasyaham na pranashyami sacha memena pranashyati. So in that, whomsoever sees me in everything and whomsoever sees me in everything, they will not get lost. So that is actually defining Srimati Radharani's bhakti. And also there is a verse, Mahatmanastu Mampartha Devim Prakritim Ashridaga. Devim Prakritim is actually, it is the Srimati Radharani, the divine potency, the devotional potency. So it is said that also is referring to Srimati Radharani. And the last verse, Sarva Dharman Parideja, that is actually the exemplary act of all the gopis and Srimati Radharani herself. So in the same way, in the one of the last verse of Bhagavad Gita 8.78, last purport, last line I will read out. There Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that, I will read out, by proper use of that independence. What independence? Every jiva is having their own free will, right? By proper use of that independence, the living entity comes under the direct order of Krishna. Thus he attains his normal condition in the pleasure-giving potency. The pleasure-giving potency is nothing but Srimati Radharani. So, entire Bhagavad Gita also is said to be a glorification of Srimati Radharani. And in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.32.8, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning a reference from Skanda Purana that there are 3 billion gopis. It is inconceivable for us. And out of that, there are 8 principal gopis. And from further to that, the topmost is Srimati Radharani. And Srila Prabhupada quotes a particular text which actually I am not eligible to read even, qualified to read even. And Srimati Radharani is actually the topmost devotee of the Supreme Lord, and he is the devotion definition of devotion. Actually, it is said that he is having the prema, the topmost prema for the Lord. There is in the prema also there are 7 stages. It is said prema, pranaya, sneha, raga, anuraga, bhava, mahabhava. Even in the mahabhava stage there are 4 stages. His Holiness Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj in his lecture, he is talking about there is Ruda Mahabhava, Adhiruda Mahabhava, Modanakya Mahabhava and Madhanakya Mahabhava. And Srimati Radharani is in the Madhanakya Mahabhava stage, which no one has attained at all. In the Madhanakya Mahabhava, whomsoever is attaining, their whole body will be gold and lustre. So Srimati Radharani is having that bhava. Because of that, her body is gold in color, and moreover she could exhibit the Ashta Sadvika Vihar. Actually no one has can experience that except Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that is in the southern division of Nectar of Devotion, that is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Our Rupa Goswami is defining that how this is possible. Spiritual energy of the Lord gets into the prana of the devotee, and the prana of the devotee gets so overwhelmed that the Panchabhutas, the elements within the body, through the body, they cannot sustain the feelings and they exhibit this kind of vihar. That's how Srimati Radharani is exhibiting this particular thing. And moreover, Krishna Dasa Kaviraja Goswami, when meditating on the qualities of the Srimati Radharani, he is saying that Srimati Radharani bathes in the morning in compassion. He is so compassionate. He actually wants to involve all the gopis, every Vrajavasis in the seva of Krishna. Even in ISKCON also, all the Guru Parambara, they are actually gathering everyone and they are trying to involve us in Krishna consciousness. They are also in the Radha Bhava. And in the noon, Srimati Radharani takes bath in the youth, and the evening she takes bath in the lustre. And there is a reference that in the Srimad Bhagavatam that there are so many varieties of gopis are there. There are so many segments of gopis. There is our Nitya Siddha Gopi and Krishna Sneha Adhika Gopi, Radha Sneha Adhika Gopi, and Deva Kanyaga gopis. They are from the spiritual world, the heavenly planets, and Shrudichari gopis. They are actually the embodiment of actually the Shruti Vedas, and Rishichari gopis. Rishichari gopis are the one who were attracted by the nature of Srimati Sita Mai and Sri Ram. And then there is Sadhaka Siddha Gopis. There are so many varieties of gopis. Out of all that, Srimati Radharani is the topmost. And we never would have come to know about this topmost devotee of the Supreme Lord and how to worship. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most munificent avatar of Sri Krishna, actually has propagated that. He just educated the masses. So Srila Vasudeva Gosha is singing this particular verse. Vasudeva Gosha, we all will be knowing that in the Gaura Arati there is a verse. Nara Hari Adi Kori Chamara Dulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Basu Gosha Dikaya. This Vasudeva Gosha, he can actually Pashu Paki Jure Pashana Vidare kind of category. He can make the birds cry and he can make the stones melt. When he sings, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cannot sustain the ecstasy. He will dance like anything. So he has written this particular verse, Yadi Gaura Na Hoito. So he says that if the Lord Gaura did not appear as a Yuga Avatar in this age of Kali, then what would have become of us? how could we could tolerate living in this material world? Who in the universe would have ever learned about the topmost limits of loving mellows that comprise the glory of Srimati Radha? He is saying this. And just to a few summary of the points, whatever I gathered from all these things. I have to just tell that all these things are from the Srila Prabhupada lectures and some Srimad Bhagavatam and the Krishna Leela Stava and some devotees lectures. From that I gathered. I do not have any knowledge of all these things. You can search in the YouTube on Radhashtami lectures. You will find a ocean of it. So just to summarize the points, Krishna is all attractive. He is Madana Mohana. He can even attract the Cupid. But he is attracted by Srimati Radharani. So she is called Madana Mohana Mohini. Goloka Vrindavan is the queendom of Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani is the feminine dimension of absolute truth. There is no difference between Krishna and Radharani. He is only feminine dimension. Srila Prabhupada mentions that he is the tender-hearted feminine counterpart of Sri Krishna. And also she is the supreme of all the energies of the Lord. She is the one who is the Shakti, providing Shakti to the Lord. And he is the source of all the pleasures to the Lord. And he is also source of all the devotion in everyone, nourishes the living entities. Even Yashoda Mai and Nanda Maharaja is having devotion unto Krishna. Even that is also granted by Srimati Radharani. So the whole universe, if at all anyone is having bhakti unto the Supreme Lord, that is actually provided by Srimati Radharani. Her expansion of love within the hearts of all of us gives pleasure to the Supreme Lord Krishna. Energy of her love is all pervading within the spiritual world. This is His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj's lecture. I just selected this. And bhakti is a process by which we invoke, attract the grace of Srimati Radharani. Without Srimati Radharani, nobody can serve Krishna. Nobody can get into the bhakti line at all. And there is a verse in Sri Chaitanya, there are some references. Radha Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shakti Man, Dui Vastu Veda Naye, Shastra Pramana. They are just like energy and energetic. Though they are in a male and female form, there is no difference at all. Srimati Radharani is just Krishna in a female form. He is actually providing Shakti to Krishna. Okay? And we cannot separate. It's like sunlight and the sun and the sunlight, we cannot separate the same way. And when in the Brahma Vaivarta Puran, when asked, Srimati Radharani said that Krishna is nothing but Mamaiva Paurusham Rupam, Gopika Jana Mohanam. He is nothing but my own Purusha Rupam, and he is the enchanter of all the gopis. That's the way Srimati Radharani is talking about Sri Krishna. And in CC, Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is 4.56, there is a verse, Radha Krishna Eka Atma Dui Deha Dari Anyone Vilase Rasa Aswadana Kari. Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they have assumed the two bodies, thus they enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. So our Srila Prabhupada has written that she is the direct counterpart of the Supreme Lord, and he is the central figure of all the goddesses of fortune, and also he is the primeval internal potency of the Lord. And why Krishna is called Atma Rama? This is one of the Gopalji publication. There is a mention. I will read the last sentence. Radhika is Krishna's own self. Wise sages who know the confidential essence of the Vedas call him Atma Rama because he takes pleasure in her company, because she is his own. That's why. And in Padma Purana there is glorification. Yada Radha Priya Vishnu Tada Kundam Priyam Tada Sarva Gopesha Sarvaika Vishnur Atyanda Vallabha. There it is stated. This is actually mentioned in the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam 10.32.8. Just as Srimati Radharani is the topmost dear to Krishna, her bathing pond is similarly dear. Of all the gopis, she is the most beloved of the Lord. Then the Brihat Gautamiya Tantra, that's also mentioned in the purport. Srila Prabhupada has mentioned, Devi Krishna Mayi Prokta Radhika Paradevada Sarva Lakshmi Mayi Sarva Kandi Samohini Para. He is saying that she is the figure of all goddesses of fortune. All the Lakshmis are getting an expansion of Srimati Radharani. She is the primeval internal potency of the Supreme Lord. And in the Radha Kripa Kadaksha, just now they sung, Madajis have sung that Shiva is explaining to Parvati. We'll recite this particular prayer. Makheshwari, Kriyeshwari, Swadheshwari, Sureshwari, Radheshwari, Pramana Shashaneshwari, Rameshwari, Shameshwari, Pramoda Kananeshwari, Vrajeshwari, Vrajadive, Shri Radhike Namostude. It's said that she is the queen of Vedic sacrifices, pious activities, material world, demigods, Vedic scholarship, knowledge, fortune, patience, and Vrindavana. So to her, let me offer obeisances. That's what Lord Shiva is explaining to Parvati Devi. And our Sambandha Acharya and Abhideya Acharya and Prayojana Acharya has elaborately glorified Srimati Radharani. Sanatana Goswami in Krishna Leelastava, this is the prayer. We can just, you can repeat after me. Radha Radhida Radesha Radhika Pranavallabha Radha Radhida Radesha Radha Ramana Vande Tvam Radhika Prema Nirjita. So, O Lord of Radha, fully worshipped by Radha, treasure of Radhika's life, O enjoyer of Radha, I offer my respects to you, who were defeated by Radha's love. Here actually it is a glorification of the Supreme Lord in Krishna Leelastava, but actually it's an implicit, indirect glorification of Srimati Radharani, Sanatana Goswami is doing. And also in the Brihad Bhagavatam, we know that Narada, he is having a narrative that Narada is searching for the best devotee. He goes to Indra. Indra says, no, I just reigned in the Vrajabhumi and I just troubled everybody. I am not the best devotee. Go to Brahma. And Brahma says, no, I am not. Actually, I stole all the Vrajavasis out of Krishna's presence and then I just did big halagulla. No, I am not the best devotee. And then he again says that you better go to Indra, but Indra could actually bring all the Vrajavasis under the roof of thing. So they got the association of Krishna day and night, because the Gopas will want the association of Krishna in the night also, and the Gopis want the association of Krishna in the day also. So he could put everybody together, go to Indra. Then actually Narada did not go because he already refused. Then he goes to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva says, no, I am not the one. Go to Prahlada. And Prahlada directs him to Hanuman. Hanuman directs to Pandava. Pandava says, no, our life is very miserable. No, it's negative preaching. Please don't come to me. I am not the one. Go to Ugrasen. Ugrasen says that you go to Uddhava. And Uddhava says that it is Vrajavasis are the topmost devotees. This one, we have Srinath Chakravarti's one verse in Chaitanya Matta Manjucha. There is Aradhya Bhagavan Vrajesa Daneya Taddhama Vrindavanam Remyo Kachi Dupasada Vrajavadu Vargena Yekalpida Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Mamalam Sri Prema Pumarto Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Madhumidam Tatro Dharana Para. What it says is, it is Sri Krishna Chaitanya's conclusive statement, conclusion that the topmost worshipable is Vrajesa Tanaya, that is Nanda Maharaja's son, that is Krishna. And the topmost worshipable abode is Vrindavana. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless Purana, which actually offers the Panchama Purushartha. Actually, the Char Purushartha are Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, but Srimad Bhagavatam offers us the prema to the Lord, love of Godhead. And the topmost worshipable worship performed is by the gopis of Vrindavana, like that it is said. So the gopis are considered the topmost, and out of the topmost, Srimati Radharani is the topmost devotee. Rupa Goswami again, he is mentioning, he's actually glorifying about the Govardhana Leela. In that, the letters what he used is Ra and Da. So he's also indirectly glorifying Radharani rather than any other things. So It is quite tongue twisting. I will try. Dare dara dara daram. No, you don't have to repeat. It's very difficult. For saving time, I will just alone do that. Dare dara dara daram. Dara dara durarudam. Dhira dhir ara aradadi. Rodam Radha Durandaram. He is talking about when the Lord is protecting the Vrajavasis from the torrential rain. Srimati Radharani is very constantly in a focused manner worshipping the Supreme Lord. So with that, he is actually glorifying Radharani even in this verse. Raghunath Dasa Goswami, he is our Prayojana Acharya, who lived, who spent 40 years in the banks of the Radha Kunda. Even our, in the Gopal class, our Radhe Kripa, Bhaktin Radha Kripa had very nicely explained that appearance of Srimati Radharani, in that she has put a picture wherein when Raghunath Dasa Goswami is chanting on the banks of Radha Kundam, because of very, very hot it was. So Radharani herself is coming and she is taking the sari and giving a shade for him. She has put this picture in that Leela. So we'll just, this is a prayer actually. We can you can follow. Repeat. Tavaivasmi, tavaivasmi. Na jivami tvaya vina. Idi vijnaya devi tvam nayamam charanantikam. He is saying, I am yours, I am yours, I cannot live without you. O Devi Radha, please understand this and bring me to your lotus feet. Today, Radharani's lotus feet is exposed, we can pray that. And there is one more verse he is saying, that I will say alone. Bhajami Radha Aravinda Netram Smarami Radha Madhurasmitasyam Vadami Radha Karuna Bharadvam Tado Mamasyati Gadir Nakapi. He is saying, I worship Radha who has lotus eyes. I remember Radha who has sweet smile. And I speak about Radha who is melted with compassion. And there is nothing else for me. She is my life and soul. And also we know Jiva Goswami's Yugalashtakam. We know it is... there are 8 verses. In everything he is saying that whether I am living or I am not living, they are the only my refuge. Or we can say that they are the only treasure for me. That's with the 2 ways of translation. He says it's Krishna Prema Mayi Radha, Radha Prema Mayo Hari. He's saying that Radha is the embodiment of Prema for Krishna, and Krishna is the embodiment of Prema of Radha and Radharani. And then Krishna Drava Mayi Radha, Radha Drava Mayo Hari. Krishna is melted into the heart of Radharani, and the same way Radharani is melted into the heart of Krishna. And Krishna Prana Mayi Radha, Radha Prana Mayo Hari. That is, in the life here is fully filled, engulfed by each other. And Krishnasya Dravinam Radha, Radhaya Dravinam Hari. The greatest treasure of Krishna and Radha each other. They are each other. And one more thing is a couple of more. Krishna Gehe Sthide Radha, Radha Gehe Siddhagari. In the body of Krishna, Radha is always there. In the body of Radha Rani, Krishna is always there. And Krishna Chitta Siddha Radha, Raja Chitta Siddhohari. That is, in the Chitta, in the thoughts and mind of Radha Rani, always Krishna is living. The same way, vice versa. Radharani is living in the mind and chitta of Sri Krishna. And Neelambaradhara Radha, Pidambaradharohari. That is, Radharani is always wearing blue dress and Krishna is wearing always yellow dress. And Vrindavaneshwari Radha, Krishna Vrindavaneshwara. That is, Radharani, the mistress of Vrindavana, and Krishna is the master of Vrindavan. The same way he is glorifying. And Narottama Das Thakura, we actually in the Julan Yatra you would have sing Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishore. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishore. Jivane Marane Gadhi Ar Nahi Mor. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishore. He is saying that Radha and Krishna are my life and soul. Whether I am living or I am non-living, they are my only refuge, he is saying. And Prabodhananda Saraswati, he is the spiritual master of our Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Actually, he is the uncle of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Actually, he came from the Sri Vaishnava he came to Gaudiya Sampradaya. He has become a great disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is saying about, I will alone recite this, Radha Sadhyam Sadhanam Yasya Radha, Mandro Radha, Mandra Datri Cha Radha, Sarvam Radha, Jivanam Yasya Radha, Radha Radha, Vachikam Tasya Se Asesham. So he is saying there is nothing left to achieve in the world for those lucky souls whose worshipable deity is Srimati Radharani. Sadhya means goal. Sadhana means the medium. Mantra means in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, what we are chanting, Hare stands for Radharani and Krishna is Krishna. And even Rama and Krishna, that Rama is nothing but actually Radha Raman. Actually that's also Krishna. Again Hare is actually Srimati Radharani. So only we are talking about the mantra is also fully Radha. And Mantra Datri. Mantra Datri is actually our spiritual masters. Our spiritual masters are actually representatives of Srimati Radharani. It is revealed in the scriptures. They are the agents of the representative of the Srimati Radharani. Then Sarvam Radha, Jivanam Yasya Radha. Like that he is glorifying this Radharani. And Gaurakishore Dasa Babaji Maharaj has glorified. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakura even telling about, in the next life, let me take a birth as a Kishori in the Vrishabhanupure. That is, Vrishabhanupure is actually Barsana, where Srimati Radharani is born. Her home is there. And let me get married to a Gopa in Yavat. Yavat is the place where Radharani got married to Abhimanyu. And let me just get married to Gopa in Yavat so that I can be of some help, assistance to Srimati Radharani. Like that he is expressing his mood. And he is also having another sloka in Radhikashtakam. Ramani Siromani, Brishabhanu Nandini, Neela Vasana Paridhanam, Chinna Purata Jini, Varna Vikasini, Baddha Kabari Hari Prana. He is saying the beloved daughter of King Vrishabhanu is the crest jewel. And he is saying that she is of radiant complexion and the life and soul of the Lord Krishna. She is like that he is glorifying. And in Naradiya Purana, there is a Lord Narada to Narada, Lord is saying, Satyam Satyam Puna Satyam, Satyam Yeva Puna Punaha, Vina Radha Prasadena, Mad Prasado Na Vidyade. Lord is saying that, oh Narada, I tell you, truly, truly, again, truly, truly, again and again, without the mercy of Radharani, one cannot attain my mercy. And Prabhupada Saraswati glorifies again Srimati Radharani. That is, he is saying that, may Sri Radhika, the embodiment of 7 oceans, appear in my heart. The 7 oceans are her ocean of clever expertise, ocean of exceptional ecstasy, and ocean of kind affection, and ocean of extreme condensed absolute mercy, and ocean of charming elegance, and ocean of nectarian effulgence, and ocean of amorous pastime. Like that, Prabodhananda Saraswati is glorifying Srimati Radharani. And also, she just goes to tell that in this particular verse, the essence of this verse is the dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani actually makes even Krishna actually attracted towards her. Krishna cannot be attracted even by Lord Brahma, Shiva, Sukadeva, Narada, Brahma, Bhishma. No one can attract Krishna like this, but the dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani is a churnam. Is a churnam which is so powerful. Radhika Charana Renu Anusmarami. Prabodhananda Saraswati is glorifying Srimati Radharani like that. And we all know about Jayadev Goswami in Gita Govinda. When he started writing, suddenly one verse, he just started scripting a particular line in which Lord is asking Srimati Radharani to keep the feet onto his lotus head. Jayadev Goswami thought that no, this is something which is offensive thing, which I got something, my mind has got corrupted. He went for taking bath. When we went to take bath, Sri Krishna himself appeared in disguise of Jayadev Goswami in the house of in their house, and he told Srimati Padmavati, wife of Jayadev Goswami, that I have just come back, and he even got served by Padmavati Mata, and then he just started rewriting that particular thing. That goes like Smarakarala Ghandanam Mama Sirasi Mandanam Devi pada pallavam udaram priye charushile. Like that he is saying. The essence of that is, please place the ornament of the buds of your munificent feet, the antidote for Smara's poison. Actually, Sri Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. He actually likes to serve his devotees. That's the kind of thing he is displaying here. And in the Radhika Ashtakam by Srila Krishna Dasa Kaviraja Goswami, he says that may that Srimati Radharani, who is the expert in all the celestial arts of Rasa Leela, like dancing, singing and joking. Actually, she is expert in the 64 arts, which is listed by His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakura in the Brahma Samhita purport. Okay, so here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that who is adorned with supernatural prema, enchanting beauty, wonderful dresses and ornaments, and all the divine virtues, and who is the topmost youthful maiden of Vraja, always bestow upon me the service of her lotus feet. Now, how do we serve Srimati Radharani? Our Gaudiya Vaishnavas very clearly established that by serving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is nothing but serving Srimati Radharani. And we have the Srimad Bhagavatam prediction in 11.5.32 about the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and in the Vishnu Sahasranamam there is a prediction of appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also in Thiruvaimozhi Nammalvar has predicted that. So after all their predictions, after around 45 centuries, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared. Sachidandan Gaurahari came. Yeah. And Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 1.5 and 4.55 verses, and there is a verse which is describing about, I will alone recite that. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vigridir Hladirin Shakti Rasmad Egat Manav Avibhuvi Pura Deha Bedam Gadautau Chaitanya Aikyam Prakatam Aduna Tadvayam Chaikyam Aptam Radha Bhava Dudi Suvelitam Naomi Krishna's Surubam. It is said that Radha Krishna's love is actually transcendental manifestation, and they are actually split into two eternally. But those two identities have now, Aduna, now, Tadvayam, those two had Aikyam Aptam, they have united together. As what? Prakatam as, they just appeared as together as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what is the feature of that? He actually attained the Radha Bhava, propensities of Radha Mai, that is the emotional devotion, and also he just attained the Dudis with the Suvalidam. Actually, he has borrowed the golden complexion also. He is nothing but Sri Krishna himself. Like that, Sri Krishna Dasa Kaviraja Goswami is saying. So Srila Prabhupada writes that the process of devotional service taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is how to serve Krishna in separation. That is Vipralamba Bhava Seva. And also he just propagated Sankirtana Yajna, because otherwise our Manda Sumanda Madhayo, our Kali Yuga Vasis, we cannot just go into any other deep worship process. He just brought us a very easy process, Sankirtana Yajna, and he just taught us about Achindya Beda Abheda Tattva. So his teaching is Jivera Swarupa Hoya Krishnera Nityadasa. The constitutional position of every jiva is as a servant of the Lord, and Krishnera Tadastha. We all are the Tadastha Shakti. We actually are situated as a one and the different from the Supreme Lord. And Prabodhana Saraswati says about the how to worship. He is saying here we can I will recite alone to save time. Aradidam navavanam brajakananam te naradidam navavanam brajayeva dure aradido dujasudo vraja nagaraste naradido dujasudo natavena Krishna. It is said that whomsoever is actually worshipping the 9 islands of Navadvipa, actually they are actually worshipping Vrajabhumi, Vrindavan. And those who are not worshipping the 9 islands of Navadvipa, for them the Vrindavana is far away, forget it. And Aradido Dujasudo Vrija Nagaraste, whomsoever is worshipping the Dujasuda, that is Brahmana's son, our Jagannath Mishraji's son, they are actually worshipping Sri Krishna himself. And whomsoever is not worshipping Dvijasuda, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are not worshipping Krishna and they cannot attain Krishna at all. And also he goes further and saying that Yada Yada Gaura Padara Vinde da Bhaktim Krita Punya Rasi Tada Tado Sarpade Hridi Akasmad Radha Padamboja Sudambu Rasi. He is saying that to the degree a person is fortunate and attains, to the degree one attains devotion unto the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to that degree the Bhakta will spontaneously find the nectar ocean of attachment to Sri Radharani's lotus feet rising in their heart. So, to the extent we worship Sri Gaurahari, we will develop attachment to Srimati Radharani. That's the way the worship of Srimati Radharani is. Now, how do we actually approach Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya? How to please Sri Krishna Chaitanya? Through Nityananda Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Mahaprabhu is really, really very, very merciful. Just with there is a verse, Dalal, the traders Geetam, like that, there is a Vaishnava song is there. Boro Sukher Khapur Gai, Boro Sukher Khabor Gai, Surabhi Kunjate, Namer Khater Kuleche, Kodhanitai, Kodhanitai, Boro Dayal Nityananda, Boro Dayal Nityananda, Shraddha Matra Loyedin, Parama Ananda. It's saying that Lord Nityananda is greatly merciful, taking, he does not take money from us or anything from us. He only takes faith from us and he sells us, gives us freely highest ecstasy. So, just to please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, first what we need to do is we need to please Nityananda, we need to approach Nityananda, and to please Nityananda Mahaprabhu, actually we need to go through our Sampradaya, Paramparacharya, Srila Prabhupada and spiritual master. And there are various references are there why the spiritual master is the representative of the Supreme Lord. The Upanishad says that Yasya deve parabhaktir yadha deve tada guru tasyeti kadidaha artaha prakashande mahatmanega. Only to those souls who have got implicit faith in the Supreme Lord and the spiritual master, the import of all the Vedic knowledge will be revealed to them. So it is very essential that we get attached to the spiritual master and gain the Vedic knowledge revealed to us. And Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a sloka, actually it is part of the Uddhava Gita. It is Nardeha Madhyam Sulabam Sudurlabam Plavam Sukalpam Guru Karnadaram Maya Anugulena Navasvadairidam Puman Bhavabdim Nadaretsa Atmaha. It is said that Naradega, this particular human body, we got it Sudurlabam. It's very difficult, very, very difficult. But by the Prakriti, you already got that. And it is actually the best body, which is the best boat for doing the divorce service, and make the captain of the boat as your spiritual master, and I am always there with the Anukul. I will be blowing my favor. Nabaswada means actually the wind. I will be the favorable wind along with the scriptures and all the knowledge for you to cross the ocean. Whomsoever is not getting a spiritual master to sail across this Bhava Abdi, they are the killer of their own soul. That it is said like that. And then Chaitanya Chaitamra, our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually says in his one of the meetings with the Brahmana in his tour through to Vrindavan, he is saying that I'm not remembering that verse. He is saying Dharmasya Tattvam Nihidam Guhayam. It is I'm not getting that particular verse. Tarko apradishta srudayo vibhinnam nasya yasyam adham na binnam dharmasya tattvam nihidam gugayam. What he is saying is that these arguments and all the scriptures will be having so many definitions, so many descriptions. It's not possible for you to capture. The only way is transferring from the heart of the spiritual master, actually all the pure devotees. So we need to serve the pure devotees in order to get that transferred to us. And then Upadesha Amrita, Upadesha Saram, our Sri Rupa Goswami is writing the verse number 8. It gives the ultimate guidance for us to how to approach, how to just get elevated in the spiritual path. Tannama Rupa Charitadisu Kirtana Anusmrityo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyoja Tishtan Vrajeta Anuragi Jananugami Kalam Nayet Tagilamidi Upadesha Sharam. He's saying that you have to follow a spiritual master who is devoid of any material pleasures, and you have to mentally, Manasa Vacha Karmana, have to remain in Vrindavana, listening to the glories of the Supreme Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, listening to that. That's the only way for you. You can just follow. And is it required for us to remain in, go to Vrindavana or become a sannyasi, leave the family, something like that? No. Brahmaji's prayers, you can just take refuge in the Brahmaji's prayer. He is saying that you just remain in your own position, and then you just worship, and the Lord will be always pleasing. Lord is actually unattainable by yogis, jnanis and all those things, but if you just jnane prayasamudapasya namandayeva jivandi sanmugarida bhavadiya vartam sthane sthidastudigadam tanuvan manobi eprayaso ajidajido abhiyasita trilogyam. Even in the three lokas, nobody can approach and win Krishna that easily, but sthane sthidigada, you remain in your own varna, ashrama, and with that you just spend your prana or there, you just do the service for them. Oh Bhagavan, you are easily attainable. Like that Brahmadi in his prayer he is saying. That's another reference. And there are so many Vaishnava Gitams in each they are emphasizing to how to approach Srimati Radharani. Its approaching is only through the spiritual master and the Parampara Acharyas. Durlabha Narottama Dasa Thakur, Govinda Dasa Kaviraja Gosam singing. Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange Tarahui Bhava Sindure Bhajahure Mana Srinanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindra. He's saying, oh mind, take worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, which make one fearless, having obtained this rare human birth, to cross over this ocean of worldly existence through the association of saintly person. That's our spiritual master and Parampara Acharyas. And then in the Mangalacharana, every day Mangalarti we are singing. What is that we are singing? Sakshat Dvaridvena Samasta Shaste Ruktastada Bhav Deva Sadbi. In that, what is the translation Srila Prabhupada makes is, spiritual master is to be honored as much as the Supreme Lord, because he is the most confidential servitor of Lord and Srimad Radharani. And then we are in the Guru Vandana we are singing Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bandhu Moyi Savadana Mate. There Srila Prabhupada translates that lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. Like that. And also in Bhagavad Gita, Lord is saying, Tadvidhi pranipadena pariprashyena sevaya upadeshyanti tejanam jnananas tattva darshanaga. We need to surrender, and we need to humbly get trained from because the realized souls are having the import of the Vedic knowledge, and they can transfer to you. Like that Sri Krishna is saying. And that's the only way we can serve Srimati Radharani. And Sri Radhashtami Mahotsav ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, and my humble obeisances to all of you, and kindly forgive me if I said anything wrongly, and kindly forgive me for the mistake. I'm a very small kid in the Krishna consciousness. Kindly forgive me for all the mistakes, and kindly bless me to advance in the Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. So it was very wonderful nectarian class. So please thank His Grace Subhamaya Vrajesa Das Prabhu by chanting one time Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So we thank all the devotees for your participation in today's special program Radhashtami. Happy Radhashtami to you. We also thank all the devotees who is serving on this special occasion, especially our Radha Seva devotees. I will not take name because it will be too long. So all Radha Seva devotees who is doing service in Radha Seva, dressing Seva Mataji, flower Seva, means garland making Seva Mataji, and all other Prabhus like Abhishek.